Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League Week 4 Finals Night. And the last opportunity, of course, for 3 players to progress into next week's Champions Week, where £10,000 in prize money is up for offer. Welcome to Sporty Stuff TV. If you're joining us for the first time, I will take you through the history of the last 6 days and try and pick you out a few winners this evening. But first up, the favourite to lift tonight's title, James Richardson, facing Group A winner Richie Burnett. All the matches this evening, best of 7, first to 4, 2 points for a win. And the 6 players who have progressed this week are split into 2 groups, depending on their route of qualification. Group 1, Richie Burnett, James Richardson and John O'Shea. They will all play each other once.
It's Richie to throw
Group
first.
2, Kevin Burness, Shaun McDonald and Rob Collins. They will all play each other once. The top 4 will make our semi-final. The 2 losing semi-finalists will play off in a 3rd and 4th playoff. The winner of that will go through to next week's Champions Week.
140.
As will the winner and the runner-up. So we will crown our Week 4 champion this evening. And it's certainly been
180.
one of the best weeks I have certainly covered at the Online Darts Live League in terms of
85.
certainly quality and outstanding matches over the past 5 days of action.
60.
Looking at the high averages from the players, Kevin Burness 107.36, Richie Burnett 106.67, Rob Collins 104.22, James Richardson a best of 102.83, Sean McDonald a best of 101.90, John O'Shea 99.44. It really has been
40.
an absolutely outstanding
James, you
5 days of darts, and
136.
we are in for a cracking finale to this Week 4. We've had 170 finishes.
60. Richie, you require 161.
10 darters, 9 dart attempts. James Richardson 12-5 to win tonight's final. Kevin Burness 3-1. Richie Burnett 15-4. Sean McDonald 17-4. 15-2 about O'Shea.
42.
Rob Collins 11-1.
James, you require 76.
Rob Collins was the man with the 170, and that effectively denied Mark Webster his chance to compete in tonight's final
36.
and qualify, of course,
Richie, you require 119.
for Big Money Champions Week. 62 left, 12 and ball. There's the 12. Can he find the button?
94.
It's a good effort.
James,
Richardson
require 40.
on target for a break of throw.
No score.
Oh, that's incredible.
Richie, you require 25.
Double 8.
Game shot on the first leg.
Oh,
Richie
Burnett holds his hand up, almost apologises for pinching that one. He was chasing all the way down despite the 180. James Richardson will have the darts
Second
in leg
leg,
2.
It's James to throw first. Game on.
We already know 9 of our players for next week. One small change,
41.
Niall Cullerton, who couldn't return from Ireland to take part next week, so that's been replaced by our next best player, which was Greg Ritchie. Week 1 winner, Martin
60.
Adams. Week 2 winner, Colin Osborne. Week 3 winner, Conan Whitehead. And then our players that have finished runners-up and won the 3rd and 4th place playoffs. Joe Davis, Chaz Barstow, Jamie Clark, Scott Marsh, Jared Cole, and as I said, Greg Ritchie. And 3 from this
100.
fabulous week 4 will make up the 12 players going into next week. Paul Nicholson will be back in the hot seat Monday morning, 9:30 a.m. You can catch all the action on our Online Darts Live League YouTube channel or your chosen bookmaker. And of course,
180.
Thursday, Friday and Saturday evening, you can watch it live on Sporty Stuff TV. Welcome along if you are joining us for the first time.
161.
And welcome back, of course. It has been incredibly popular. Treble 17 for the ball. Treble 20 leaves double 12.
97. James, you require 76.
Tops for a holder throw from Richardson.
Game shot
Doesn't miss tops this time.
James Richardson.
And steps in with the finish and a 15-dart holder throw to level things up at 1 apiece. Best of 7, remember. 1st to 4. Imperative
Third leg,
that you get off to a good start.
Game on.
Already 2 180s in the match for Burnett. Over the course of the 3 days of Group A, Richie Burnett hit an incredible 27 180s in 15 matches played.
57.
To put that into some kind of context, his nearest rival in terms of those numbers, John O'Shea, hit 25
100.
but played 10 more matches. He has been a 180 machine.
134. $100.
Running averages for this week. This man, James Richardson, tops that 95.76. That's over 8 matches he played on Thursday and Friday evening. Shaun McDonald
140.
and Rob Collins both on 91.5. Kevin Burness 90.67.
180.
James Richardson chips in
101.
with a max and pressure on the Burnett throw yet again. Double 18 for a saver.
65.
Oh, it was on the wire. Great effort from Burnett.
James, you require 52. Game shot on the third leg.
Yet
James
again,
Richardson.
no mistake on the tops and a bit of reaction from Richardson. It's a break of throw. So no wonder he reacted. A 14-darter this time. And he moves 2-1 clear.
To throw first. Game on.
And with the all-important break of throw, which he did need to win this match.
137.
Burnett has been on the back foot throughout this one. They did go 10 to 11 about Richie Burnett, 4 to 5. James Richardson.
100.
Next up will be a match from Group 2, which will be
100.
Kevin Burness against Sean McDonald.
$81. 43.
Those two met 3 times this week in Group A, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Kevin Burness winning the first one on
41.
Monday. And then McDonald done the double, beating Burness 4-1 on Tuesday and 4-2 on Wednesday.
140.
The Tuesday victory, he averaged 95.24. Very, very similar on the Wednesday, 95.97.
140. James, you require 81.
That's the ball.
56.
Had to go for it with Richie Burnett on
Richie
139.
139.
When he go treble 21st. A lot of players like the treble 19 ball double 16 route.
99.
And that leaves tops just in
James,
case.
you require 25.
He's not missed a double since fluffing his lines in leg 1. Double 4.
Game shot on the 4th leg. James Richardson.
Oh, despite losing the opening leg, James Richardson has reeled off legs in 15, 14 and 17 darts in total control. A maximum of 3 legs remain.
Richie's a throw first.
The Welshman
Game on.
needs them all.
$180.
That's 180, number 3 for Richie.
$96. $140.
On 3 occasions on one day. I think it was Tuesday. He went
41.
6 darts into the 9.
$60.
In a great position here. 2 visits at 121. Nothing James Richardson can do from 364 to leave a finish.
140. Richie require 121.
So may go ball first. No, 25. Well, has he not noticed?
89.
Interesting strat. Maybe didn't realise Richardson was back on 224.
100. Richie require 32.
That's to go within 1 of James Richardson. To close the gap to 3-2.
16.
Oh dear. You do not want to be giving this man
James
shots
require
like this.
124.
He wants the ball.
Game, shots, and the match.
As
James
predicted,
Richardson.
you do not want to be giving James Richardson shots like that. He's had, I think he had 6 ton plus finishes. Well, that was his 6th. Averages 93.61. Remember, that opening leg was a long one, so that would have affected the overall average. But a wonderful performance from James Richardson, and off to the perfect start. He really, really enjoyed that one. Right, we're going to be straight back with Kevin Burness against Shaun McDonald from Group 2. Good evening and welcome back for our second match. And this one is between Kevin Burness and Shaun McDonald. Kevin Burness, no stranger to winning these weekly titles, of course. Won them back to back in phase one. Now, my first little insight in terms of betting. Over 1.518s in this match, priced up at 8 to 11. They're looking at the strike rate of McDonald. Kevin Burness over
First leg, it's
180 per match
Game
on
on.
his own. McDonald won that, but for the first 2 days of play, he didn't really play anywhere near
85.
the quality he showed towards the end of the week, where he hit a barrage of 180s. There's 16 in total. The majority of them came in the final couple of days. So the data the odds compilers will be looking at is only 16 in 25 matches,
99.
which is a tad misleading, which I think, well, to be honest, this man here could cover the 2 on his own.
140.
Don't be surprised to see McDonald chip in. So 2-1 over the 3 days they played in Group A in favour of McDonald. McDonald was the underdog in this one, 6 to 5. Burness 8 to
59.
13. Yet it's McDonald that has the higher
140.
running average of the two. 91.37 to Kevin Burness's 90.67. But of course, Burness a proven winner at this stage.
59.
And
Kevin, you require
four 180s
136.
in our opening match.
96.
Blistering start. Tops after 12 for Kevin Burness. Plays his darts out of Ballywalter in Ireland. Formerly born and raised in Wrexham.
100. Kevin, you require 40.
Ooh, long way off. Could split, could go the 2 or just bust.
No
Yeah.
score.
Chose to burst his score and come back at his favoured double top. He's carrying a little bit of a wrist problem early in the week. Oh, is he going to fill it to leave double 2? Might as well. No, he's going to. It's just the
136.
reaction it can have
Kevin,
on
you
your
require
opponent.
40.
Wow. That is an awful dart from Kevin Burness. Very unlike him.
15. Sean, you require 48.
These two in Group 2 with Rob Collins. He will be
Game shot on the first leg.
in match number
Shaun
4.
McDonald.
Yep, it's in Sean for sure, and it's a breaker throw. Really did pick his pocket there. Was never really in the leg. Kevin Burness, double trouble.
Second leg, it's Sean to throw first. Game on.
It felt like a savagely long leg, and in the end, it was only a 17 dart breaker throw for the man from Scotland. I haven't actually discussed the football with him yet.
91.
I think the Scottish fans were rather more impressed than the English ones.
100.
My reaction is on Instagram. Chris Mason, 180.
84.
Go and have a look. It's rather entertaining. Maybe in the break, though.
59.
I appear to have jinxed the quality of this match so far with my claim for plenty of 180s. Well, at least two.
100.
Those of you that are tuning in for the first time, of course, I don't give hunches or feelings. All my selections are based on the
135.
50 or so pages in front of me of data, all collated over the last 5 days, and in some cases beyond that.
134.
Lovely cover shot from Shaun McDonald, picking off the two treble 19s to leave 92 for a 2-0 lead.
99. Sean, you require 92.
Bull leaves 42. The 25 would have left 67, so he could have gone 17 Bull. There is method in the madness.
Game shot on the second leg.
Oh.
Sean McDonald.
A lovely way to back up a breaker throw is with a 15 dart hold and a lovely clean 92 finish. Sean McDonald halfway there, 2-0 up.
Third leg, it's Kevin to throw first. Game on. '81.
Former Youth World Master. Two former World Masters, of course. The current World Master
57.
in action in our next match, John O'Shea, against the 94 World Master, Richie Burnett.
60.
I wonder if the wrist problem has resurfaced. Doesn't look comfortable.
137.
Again, runs for cover with success.
134.
Won their last two meetings. McDonald lost his first meeting on Monday and then was fairly dominant, winning 4-2 and 4-1.
$100.
Really has been rock solid. As I said, a running average of 25 matches of 91.37. A checkout percent of 42.78. On day one, he didn't win a match and had a checkout percentage of just over 20%.
100. Kevin, you require 126.
That is some turnaround. Talking of turnarounds,
101.
it's exactly what Burness
Sean, you
needed.
require
But
107.
misses the ball off the 126. This is going to be the beginning of the end. Oof,
79.
misses the double 14.
Kevin, you require 25.
Very
Game
close.
shot on the third
Too
leg.
close
Kevin Burness.
to the treble 9, which would have been 27 and a busted score, of course, but he finds the double 8. It's a hold of throw. Advantage still with Sean McDonald. He has
Fourth
the
leg,
darts
it's Sean to
to
throw
make it
first.
3-1. Just make Kevin feel a whole lot better about the situation.
60. 85.
One of the real power scorers of this six-man field, Kevin Burness.
140.
Along with the 24 180s he's hit already, he's also hit 107 140s.
180.
There's our first. I fear we would have to go maybe all the way to land that over 1.58 to 11 shot.
80.
Now, he needs to build on that. There's nothing worse than backing a 180 up and not finding a big treble.
58.
That's exactly what he's done. So that turns that 180 over the two visits into just 119. But he's not being punished thus far.
57.
McDonald's high finish for the week. 148, but has had more
Sean,
ton plus finishes than anyone else. 10 in total. I said he was absolutely mustard Thursday and Friday morning.
97.
Considering he made a
Kevin
real tough start.
98.
Double 19 for 2-2.
60.
No, he cannot afford to keep missing those
Sean,
opportunities.
you require 67.
Just 1 from 9 on the doubles now, 11%. Shaun McDonald, 66.67%, 2 out of 3. Ooh.
35.
The wow was missing the big 18
Kevin,
to
you
leave double
require
16.
38.
Does he split it? 6 double 16? Yes is the answer. Was that
Game
wise?
shot on the fourth leg.
Sure was.
Kevin Burness.
A 17 dart holder throw is backed up with a 17 dart breaker throw, and we are now back on throw. Burness with the darts in leg 5.
Fifth leg. It's Kevin to throw first. Game on. $140.
Players, of course, fully aware how much is on the line. Only 3 of the 6 will qualify for Champions Week, where they'll all be vying to get their hands
99.
on the £10,000 in prize money. £5,000 for the winner next Saturday night.
140.
Well, was that our chance? Back-to-back 140s.
$90. $100.
Lovely leg thus far from Burness. 140, 140 in a ton, down to 121 after 9.
$58.
It's been a game.
Kevin, you require
2 halves so far.
121.
Excuse the football analogy.
57.
Well, could definitely do with at least 2 trebles here. Would love a 180 to put pressure on the 74. Would only be 10 behind.
100. Kevin, you require 64.
For 3 consecutive legs. Double 16.
32. Sean, you require 154.
High finish tonight has been 1-2-4 in match number 1 to win it for James Richardson. It's not going to happen here. Was looking at 2 treble 19s for tops.
99. Kevin, you require 32. Game shot on the 5th leg.
Wow,
Kevin Burness.
that was very, very close. Too close to the double 16, but it was in the corner of double 8. And it is 3 consecutive legs for Burness.
6th leg, it's
now
Sean to throw first.
in the driving seat. Didn't like the lie of that opening dart. It's low in the 60. As you can see from that angle. His darts sit in the board. Very similar to that of Kevin Burness, just above horizontal to the floor. Again, will run for cover. This time nails the treble 19. With his second dart, back to back 136s.
121.
Kevin Burness just hanging on to his coattails. Should be able to work off of that. Oh, that flight's in the way. Again, we'll come for the 19s.
97. 99. Sean, you require 132.
Well, the first dart will be at the ball. If he misses the ball and it's a 25, he can still finish because it'll leave 107. Cancel that.
.48.
144 then for the match.
Kevin
Burness
require 144.
has had a high finish of 136 this week, but 8 ton plus finishes. Not this time.
112. Sean, you require 84.
Well, tied it up beautifully after that first start. This is where he has been solid. 14 for the ball. Well, that's the risk. I don't really like it at any point going for the treble, but when you're 3-2 down, you've got to give your dart. You've got to give yourself a dart at the ball. So just make sure of a big 14. It is so tempting to go for the treble, but that is high risk strategy. And he's paid the price.
66.
Big
Kevin,
14. At least you get one dart to level things up, rather than not getting a dart at all, which is looking likely. Hit it last time.
24.
I can only
Sean, you
presume
require 18.
it was a bit of a miscount from Sean to leave 2 9s. Not the most pleasant double. Because now, if he goes inside, it'll be a wasted dart. Now he can attack it.
9. Kevin, you require 8. Six. Sean, you require 9.
Well, the tough bit here is hitting the big 1 under pressure. He's got that. Can he find a double?
Game shot on the 6th leg. Sean McDonald.
He does find a double. He stops the rot. He stops the run of legs for Burness. He won the opening 2, lost the next 3, levels things up by winning leg number 6.
Final leg. It's Kevin to throw first. Game on. $81. 81. $97.
I expected this one to be close. Hence the over 1.5 was even more attractive.
100.
I can't find any data of Kevin Burness
100.
being in a 7-legger, and there not being at least 2 180s. So we get off to a unfortunate start.
140.
Oh, what an opportunity. What a chance that was. And the one thing McDonald
137.
was doing over his final 3 days of play was just finding a way to win. Or as we like to call it in the industry, a bit of wading.
125. Kevin, you require 86.
Triple 18 for, well, now it's single 18 for ball.
61.
So one match dart for Kevin Burness.
Sean, you require 55.
Tops to win it in 14.
Game, shots,
And there
and the
we
match.
go.
Sean McDonald.
As he showed on many occasions this week. If you give him an opportunity, he will take it. 89.26. Good average considering there was a couple of long legs in there. Well, up next, John O'Shea against Richie Burnett, and it's a must-win game for Richie Burnett. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League for our second match of Group 1. Richie Burnett against
first leg. It's John to
current
throw first.
Winmar
Game
World
on.
Master, John O'Shea from Cork in Ireland. Richie lost his opening match 3-1, so has to win this one.
58.
The bookies go 5 to 6, each of 2.
$180.
Oh, I was just about to tell you, they went over 2.5 on the 180s.
137.
At around about even money. Oh, I'm afraid that's gone.
100.
John O'Shea sporting a
96.
fresh haircut. To the Turkish barbers today. Bit of pampering. That won't go down well in Cork.
85.
I did try to send him off to get his eyebrows threaded.
174.
Wasn't having none of it.
Richie require 136.
So a 180 from Richie and a 174 from John O'Shea.
96.
Tops after 12 for
John
Burnett.
require 36.
He may not get a go.
Game
He
shot
won't
on the
get a
first
go.
leg. John O'Shea.
And that is a 13 dart hole to throw for the Irishman. Looks in good nick, doesn't he? It's incredible what a bit of fresh,
Second leg. It's Richie.
haircut
first.
can do.
Game on.
Richie now really up against it.
100.
A heavy defeat to Richardson as well. Doesn't do your leg count back and your leg difference a lot of good.
58. $140.
Rob Collins against Kevin Burness is our next match.
60. $100.
We are scheduled to finish our
140. Richie
final
require 161.
and 6th group match. It's Shaun McDonald versus Rob Collins at around about 11:30. We'll be having a 10-minute break. So
105.
players can prepare for the first semi-finals, which will be the winner of Group 1 versus the runner-up of Group 2.
140.
Good
Richie
pressure
require
from O'Shea.
56.
16 and tops for Richie. 2 10s.
36. John, you require 103.
John O'Shea's had a high of 144 this week and 4 10-plus finishes. Is this going to be a 5th?
63.
Oh, a shake of the head from Richie Burnett.
Richie require 20.
Got to go. Says come on to himself. Oh, can he use that? Sure
Game shot
can.
on the second leg. Richie Burnett.
Richie Burnett with a relief, a sigh of relief. Holds throw. 1 apiece. John O'Shea has the darts in leg 3.
Third leg. It's John to throw first. Game on. $140. 100.
John O'Shea, the second highest amount of 140s.
60.
90 this week. In 139 legs. He's won 52% of his matches, 75 legs won, 64 legs lost.
$55. 140.
Giving it absolutely everything, Burnett. He knows.
60.
Absolutely
Richie require
imperative.
140.
He wins here. Double 10 for a 12 dart break of throw.
120.
He will be back. No finish for O'Shea. He's put himself in a good spot here, Richie Burnett.
56. Richie require 20. Game shot on the third leg. Richie Burnett.
That will be a sigh of relief yet again, finding it with his final dart. A 15 dart break of throw for Richie Burnett. He's 2-1 up. Now
Fourth
he's
leg.
in
It's
control.
Richie to throw first. Game on.
Like I said, he had to find a break to win the match, as O'Shea had the darts. He's found the break. And now he's got to build on it.
100.
I mean, if he could win 4-1, that would right the wrongs of his opening match against James Richardson.
81.
And then O'Shea, of course,
125.
would have to beat James Richardson to deny
100.
Richie Burnett a place in the finals. Well, the semi-finals, should I say. 44 points in front, and that's an edgy-looking dart. Very tight tonight is Richie.
40.
He's not relaxed at all yet.
$60.
Bit of a ghost throw from Burnett, just loosening up the elbow.
60.
His facial expressions are wonderful. Can read him like a book.
44.
Really is cutthroat. The format for a finals night.
100.
Richie down to 76. Blocker darts.
60.
It's a great 60.
Richie requires 76.
Maybe should have switched after the opening dart there. Double 8 for 3-1 for Burnett.
60. John, you require 156. $42. Richie
So,
requires 16.
to go within one leg of keeping his hopes alive. Oof, that was close to the 16. Does like this side of the board.
12.
You can't believe
John,
it.
you require 114.
This would be a sickener. Treble 18 for tops. Oh, Richie. You're getting away with this one.
Richie require 4.
Well, nobody likes double 1.
No score. John, you require 56.
I think that's 8 darts at a double for Richie Burnett.
Game shot on the 4th
Did
leg.
the hard work
John O'Shea
to get the break and has to watch O'Shea over his shoulder. Well, absolutely pinch that one from Richie, and we're back on throw. So Richie all
5th
over
leg,
again,
it's John
has to
throw
find a break of
first.
throw.
Game on.
That was a 23 dart break of throw for O'Shea.
96.
Both have several gears in the locker, of course. It's just the importance of the situation
100.
creating anxiety and not allowing them to get into full flow.
99.
Richardson, the 12-5 favourite. He looks all of that right now, doesn't he?
180.
Well, all credit to Burnett. Tenacious, as always.
44. $57.
For those of you that are not able to watch us on Sporty Stuff TV, welcome along, whether you're watching via your favourite
92.
bookmaker or our YouTube
Richie
channel.
require 164.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to click that alert bell. You will not miss a dart. You'll get sent a
100.
notification
John, you
every
require
time
170.
we go live. And of course, when the lads do the live lounge,
100. Richie requires 64.
and of course the watch-along streams for all the other PDC events. Tops to go back in front.
24.
He's now just
John, you
2
require
from
70.
17 on the doubles. 14 ball. Still a chance. Wants the ball.
28.
Well, Richie, the kind of night he's had so far is thinking,
Richie
yep,
require 40.
this is going to fly in. But it didn't. You get another chance. Can he bump in off that?
Game
Yes.
shot on the 5th leg.
And
Richie
Richie
Burnett.
does go back in front. An opportunity on the bullseye for O'Shea. But it is 3-2 Richie Burnett, and he has the darts to win it in leg number 6.
6th leg. It's Richie to throw first. Game on.
I mean, it's got a 7-legger written all over it, hasn't it? Had
43.
one holder throw from John O'Shea in the opening leg, and then a hold from Richie, and then we've had 3 breaks of throw.
86. $100. $83.
Richie with the darts and 36 behind. Well, that's sorted that out. And some.
140.
Well, O'Shea needs minimum of that.
41.
Yours to lose from here, Richie. Still a chance for O'Shea. Will have to beat James Richardson.
96.
Normally,
60.
Richie would be going 418's ball. Doesn't need
Richie
to do that
require
here.
122.
Treble 10 for double 16. 12.
82.
So he's going to get 3 clear darts. And then it's in the hands of O'Shea.
140.
A wry
Richie
smile as he
required
begins to
40.
find the red bit.
No score.
Well, that's now
John, you
3
require 91.
from 22. 16 and ball. And it's not in the way.
44.
Richie couldn't watch.
Richie require 40.
He desperately wants to make the latter stages and qualify for next week. Maybe wants it too much.
Game, shot, and the match.
And you
Richie
can tell
Burnett.
how much it meant to him. The celebration was evident. Well, it was entertaining, even if it did lack a bit of out-and-out quality. There was nothing wrong with the scoring, as you can see, but the finishing, well, left a little bit to be desired. Right, we're going to be straight back with Kevin Burness and our first look at Rob Collins. evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League. This is week 4 and it's finals night. Up next, Rob Collins up against Kevin Burness. These two met in Group B, so played twice this week, Thursday and Friday evening. Kevin Burness,
leg, it's Rob to throw first. Game on.
Winning on Thursday night 4-3 with an 86.84, and then last night, it was impressive. A 4-1 win with an average of 103.71 for Kevin Burness. 4 out of 7 on the doubles and a high checkout of 136.
140. 100. 85. 140.
Rob Collins won 4 out of his 8 matches to qualify for this evening. Just edged out Mark Webster.
58.
It was great to see Mark throwing some great darts over the couple of evening sessions at a high average of over 107. Did Mark Webster. Rob Collins
100.
certainly got plenty of revenge, taking the 170 out to win it against him and deny Mark Webster his place in this final. Has a running average
98.
of 91.54 and a high of 104.22. Included 8 180s and 31 140s in those 47
65.
legs he played.
Kevin, you require 120.
Well within Burness's remit, this one.
100.
Oof.
Rob, you
That
require
left his hand.
41.
It probably fell in.
Game shot on the first leg. Rob Collins.
Rob Collins holds throw. Fairly drama-free. Burness did have a dart at 120 off the tops off the 120, but it is 1-0 on throw.
Second leg, it's Kevin to throw first. Game on. 100.
It is, of course, a must-win game for Burness, having lost to
140.
Shaun McDonald 4-3.
100. 121.
James Richardson and
135.
John O'Shea to follow. That will then sort out who the two players are progressing through Group 1, and then our final
60.
match will be Rob Collins against Sean McDonald. And our semi-final lineup will be complete.
$94.
Excluding James Richardson, all the players thus far
100.
really yet
Kevin,
to fire.
you require 72.
65. Well, that's risky.
Game shot on the second leg. Kevin Burness.
Well, that was risky. Anything but the 25 there. No shot at a double. What he needed to do was go 15 ball. Hard to question it, considering
Third leg,
he
it's
found
Rob
the
to throw
tops,
first.
but very, very risky. It's a 15 dart hold.
100. 43.
Kevin Burness only averaged 88 in his opening match. Still very, very respectable, of course, but he
47.
certainly would be expecting to be above that.
40. 45. 40.
Rob Collins snarling in the background. Was actually
100.
lumping steel around all day Thursday. Played Thursday night and then was up at 5 Friday morning in Slough by 7:30, dealing with 40 ton of steel, and then the long drive back, nipped back to the hotel. Attempted to have a
80.
power nap. The room adjacent to him was having none of it. Certainly
139.
played well on the back of it last night.
$100. Rob, you require 70.
Rob Collins now 4-6. Kevin Burness 11-10. Tops for 2-1. Should be able to use that.
Game shot
And
the third
does.
leg. Rob Collins.
And Rob Collins does hold throw for a second time and moves 2-1 up. Kevin Burness chasing.
Fourth leg, it's Kevin to throw first. Game on.
Rob Collins,
58.
another player who's getting better and better in front of our very eyes. And again, that's backed up with all the stats.
100. 59. 140.
Huge pressure now on Burness, 123 behind, and he started this leg. Whatever he hits, he's still going to be adrift. It's awkward, yeah, has to switch. Should be 17s, and is. A little bit unfortunate.
41.
He knows frustration is evident. Just left the door ajar for Burness.
180.
And guess what? In he steps with the first max of the match. I think we'll take another look
41.
at the 180 bets in the
Kevin,
semi-finals.
144.
A little less pressure.
78.
Kevin Burness has turned this leg on its head. Should come for 9. No, it's going to stay.
140.
That worked.
Kevin, you require 66. Game shot on the fourth leg. Kevin Burness.
That is most definitely one that got away for Rob Collins. A tidy finish and a tidy end to the leg from Kevin Burness, but that, Max, wow, what a
Fifth
saver.
leg, it's Rob to throw first. $140.
Averages at the moment 85 for Burness, just over 90
121
for Rob Collins.
$100. $134.
For a while ago, I
91.
did mention the drink called the Rob Collins, and I was obviously aware there was a Tom Collins.
81.
Someone did eventually
Rob, you require
put me right.
170.
And a Rob Collins is made from gin and Saint Germain elderflower liqueur.
50.
Who knew? Not my cup of tea, but gin very popular nowadays. I'm sure it's more of a drink for the ladies.
133. Rob, you require 120.
He's gone from looking in complete control of the match, and he may well be facing
60.
defeat down the barrels.
Kevin, you
Double
require
16
32.
for a break of throw and a
Game
3-2
shot on the
lead.
fifth leg. Kevin Burness.
Raises his hands and it's a shrug of the shoulders as if to say, why am I struggling? He's just not found his best form so far, but that wasn't bad. A 13-dart break of throw has
Sixth
the darts
leg, it's Kevin
in
to
the
throw
sixth.
first. Game on.
Can he serve it out?
$60.
Quite simply, John O'Shea has to beat
$60.
James Richardson by any scoreline.
$135.
Or it will be James Richardson and Richie Burnett into the semi-finals. Current standings there. James Richardson, 2 points plus 3, courtesy of that 3-1 win over
85.
Burnett. Richie Burnett, 2 points and -2 after winning 4-2.
44. $59.
-1, of course.
$97. $96.
So 19s again for Kevin Burness. Be looking at 7 of them to leave 32. That leaves 144. That leaves 84.
101. $130. Kevin, you require 64.
2 8s.
Game, shot, and the match.
Rob
Kevin
Collins
Burness.
will be absolutely devastated with that. He was in control, wasn't he? And that 180 from Burness seemed to just change the landscape of the match. 88.9 the average for Rob Collins. Very, very tidy indeed, as is the 89.94 from Burness. Right, we're going to be straight back with James Richardson against John O'Shea. Good evening and welcome back on Sporty Stuff TV. This is the Online Darts Live League and our final match of Group 1. And it features John O'Shea against James Richardson. And it's quite simple. If James wins, James tops the group, Richie second. If John wins 4-0, John will be first and Richie second. If John wins
First leg, it's James to throw first.
4-1,
Game on.
John's first and James is second. If John wins 4-2 or 4-3, James is first and John is second. Hope that clears that up.
140. 91. 60.
Basically, quite a bit to do for John O'Shea.
135. 135. 60. 98. 99.
So 68
James, you require
points away
68.
from a hold of throw. Possible 14 darter to get this one underway. Tops for a 15 dart hold.
Game shot on the first leg. James Richardson.
Well, after the opening leg of that match against Richie Burnett, it has to be said, James Richardson's finishing has been absolutely mustard. 1-0.
Second leg, it's John to throw first. $180.
Didn't have to wait long for our first max of the match.
100. 86. 58.
It's been a good response from John O'Shea.
105.
Fully aware he has to win.
100. John, you require 130. 90. 100.
68 left after
John, you
12 in leg
require
1
40.
for James. Tops after 12 for O'Shea. Tens.
Game shot on the second leg. John O'Shea.
Very, very nice start to the match this. A 15 dart hold from James. John steps in with a 15 of his own. Both legs going with the darts. Third leg,
It's
James to throw first.
Game on. $83.
James Richardson. 4 of the 8 times he's played, he's had more 180s than the opponent. 5 times out of the 8 he's had a higher average.
57.
And 6 out of the 8 times he's had a higher checkout. 3 of his matches he's
77.
exceeded the 100 average. 2 of them over 95 and 2 over 90.
100. 40.
John O'Shea, in his 25 matches, has had 5
100.
averages over 95 and 8 over 90.
97. 100. 100. John, you require 144.
Break of throw opportunity. Oh, I needed the second treble.
140.
Oh, leaves double
James,
two.
you require 104.
Tops. He moved last time on the 68 and found it.
Game shot on the
My
third
goodness,
leg.
he's
James
done it again.
Richardson.
It's the same hole. You could see the drop of the head from O'Shea. He cannot believe he's moved that far left on the oche and yet again
Fourth leg,
found
it's John
tops.
to throw first. Game on.
Absolutely wonderful from Richardson.
140. 140.
That ton plus finish to win it in his opening match against Burnett. Ton plus in this
100.
one. John O'Shea was poised to break throw.
140.
Hitting that 140 to leave double two. Didn't get a go.
100.
The cutthroat nature of the Online Darts Live League Finals night. It is brutal.
60. John, you require 161. 59. James, you require 161. 99. John, you require 102.
Can he repay the favour? Double 16.
70.
The fine margins
James, you
in this
require
sport.
62.
Thickness of a wire. Double 16.
30.
Oof. Well, you've
John,
dodged
you
one there,
require
John.
32.
Double 16 for 2-2. No, John.
Game shot on the
Ooh.
fourth leg. John
Again,
O'Shea.
a clenched fist. A great reaction from O'Shea. He knows how important that was. A chance for Richardson, but it is 2-2, and we're still on
Fifth
throw.
leg. It's James to throw first. Game on. 140. 100. 100.
O'Shea averaging 95, 92 for James Richardson.
55. 140.
John O'Shea has to win.
100. James, you require 121. 87. 100. James, you require 34.
2 12s. 2 6s. Oh, you're walking. Nope. Get back.
22. John, you require 146.
Triple 18. No, that leaves double 13.
133.
Again, the thickness of a wire.
James, you
so
require 12.
close. Absolute game changer
Game
if
shot
that
on the
goes
fifth
in.
leg. James Richardson.
As it is, James Richards steps in and finds the double six and takes the 3-2 lead. 5 legs played, 5 holds of throw. John
Sixth
O'Shea
leg, it's John to throw first. Game on.
is seriously up against it now.
$96.
Double 13 goes in, and it was a thickness of a wire away. It's a totally different game, isn't it?
60. $100. $140. $84. $60.
Only had one match so far tonight. Go to a decider. And that was Kevin Burness against Sean McDonald. John O'Shea
60.
will be hoping this one does.
$100. John, you require 161.
James Richardson's record in
65.
last leg deciders
James, you require 141.
is a good one. I think he's won his last 10.
130. John, you require 96.
Well, double 18 for tops, you would think. That's an incredible dart.
88.
Again, you can hear the ping. Pinged double 13, pinged double 8.
James, you require
Couple of
11.
mil. A couple of mil right and a couple of mil left. And John O'Shea walks out of that player's room 4-2 up. Well, a 4-2
Game,
winner.
shots,
Instead,
and match. James
he goes
Richardson.
home losing 4-2 to James Richardson. So we know James Richardson tops the table. And Richie Burnett is in second spot. All credit to O'Shea. He battled hard. Just wasn't enough. 92.42, 42 in defeat. But 2 out of 9 on the doubles. That's where the damage was done. Right, a final game of Group 2. Shaun McDonald against Rob Collins. and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League. Well, the permutations in the next match a little bit more complicated. Shaun McDonald, there he is, 35 from Aberdeen in Scotland. Uses a 22-gram red dragon darts up against big Rob Collins, 42 from Bognor Regis. He also uses a 22-gram red dragon dart, totally different, of course. Same manufacturer.
First leg, it's Shaun to throw first. Game on.
So, here we go. You ready for this? Shaun wins. Shaun's first and Kevin Burness is second. Rob wins 4-0. Rob's first and Kevin's second. Rob wins 4-1 or 4-2. Kevin is first and
59.
Rob is second. If Rob wins 4-3, Kevin is first and Shaun is second. So basically, Rob has to win 4-2 or better. James Richardson, the winner of Group 1, so he will play the runner-up in Group 2, and Richie will play the winner in our semi-finals. There will be a short 10-minute gap
134
for one of the players to prepare for the opening game.
$60.
Rob wins 4-1 or 4-2. He will be runner-up in the group, so we'll play first. So they just give the player a 10-minute breather. 190 remaining.
128.
That leaves, sorry, yeah, 108 scored. So it was 200 left. The 20 left 180. 140 will leave 161.
100.
To 9 about Shaun McDonald, 13-8
57.
Rob Collins.
$81.
Every match so
Shaun, you
far,
require 123.
not in terms of results, but certainly in terms of expected 180s, etc., have gone against the grain.
98. Rob, you require 120.
Does like a Shanghai on 20s, loves tops. Not going to get a go.
55. Shaun, you require 25.
Two 8s.
Game shot on the first leg. Shaun McDonald.
17 dart hold of throw for Shaun McDonald. Gets this match underway. He's looking comfortable, isn't he? No problem at all so far for
Second
Shaun
leg,
McDonald.
it's Rob to throw first. $60. $78.
Not seen the best from the rest of the group so far, excluding James Richardson for me.
95.
It could become a little more explosive in those semi-finals.
174.
It's a lovely shot for Shaun. classed as a max, but a max of the targets he was aiming at.
100. $140. $95.
So
Sean,
spoiled
you
over the
require 109.
Thursday and Friday evening and the Thursday and Friday morning. We're expecting so much more. But this is for 2-0.
Game shot on the second
Well,
leg. Shaun
Rob
McDonald.
Collins nodding his head in appreciation in the background. Or was he nodding his head in acceptance that that was going in? Well, it did go
Third
in.
leg,
It's a
it's
12
Sean
dart
to
leg
throw first.
with the 109 out for Shaun McDonald. That leg, of course, did include the 174.
93.
Something about this fella. Just seems to go under the radar. Tough to beat.
140.
Oh, he wasn't on Monday. Couldn't buy a win since then. It's been night and day.
180. $85. $140.
Rob's facial expression sums up, well, most of us that have played the game at any kind of decent level, and you stood behind a player that just doesn't seem to miss. And that's pretty much sums up McDonald right
Sean,
now.
you
He's
require
averaging
88.
110. Won't be going 18 ball, that's for sure. That leaves double 10.
78.
Rob Collins will be saying to himself, oh right, you do miss when I don't need a finish.
$125. Sean, you require 10.
Overall finishing has been super impressive after a very poor start. Rob Collins, 50% on his doubles overall. That's after 8 matches. That's very, very tidy.
Game shot on the third leg.
Shows
Sean
that.
McDonald.
Winning legs now of 17, 12 and 15 for McDonald. Did miss double 10 for a 12 there. Leads 3-0. So we know that's
Fourth
the end
leg,
of the
it's
road
Rob to throw first.
for Rob Collins. And he is out.
81.
So without being slightly premature, no gags there, thanks. It will be
140.
James versus Kevin Burness and Richie versus Shaun McDonald.
140. $140.
average still around 104. All credit to Rob Collins. He's averaging 97.
100.
And he's getting absolutely blitzed. As I said, it can be a beautifully cruel game. So simple, yet so spiteful.
$93. $100. Sean, you require 128.
To finish off an absolute blinder. Treble 20 and ball. Still may go for the ball.
39.
Would have left tops.
Rob, you require 80.
Tops. No, 20 for tops now. There's the 20.
Game
And
Sean
there's the tops.
Flag. Rob Collins.
And a very deserving 15-dart holder throw there for Rob Collins. And it's just, unfortunately, a little bit too late.
Fifth leg, it's Sean to throw first.
Collins has the darts now. Sean McDonald has the darts now to see this one out. It was a tidy leg from Rob Collins.
140.
15-darter. Keeps his average over 96. Sean McDonald maintaining an average of 104.
180.
Weird, isn't it, when the pressure's off and you allow yourself to play with freedom. That's the mental side of the game, which still remains untapped.
41. $40. $96. $100.
43 behind with the darts. Just looking for an opportunity now to close it out. Good to see Rob Collins
100.
battling away, even though he knows that his participation in this wonderful week 4 is over.
59.
It could be over.
Sean, you require
Right about now.
124.
$14 for the ball. Treble 14 leaves double 11.
113. Rob, you require 122.
4 18s and ball for Collins to keep this one alive. Oh, can't finish now. Pick him out, pal. That's just the way it goes.
26.
Has done himself proud this
Sean,
week.
you require 11.
Like I said, had a high average of 104.22. That's a PB for Rob Collins in the live league.
Game, shot, and the match.
A
Sean
very,
McDonald.
very solid performance from the Scotsman as he takes his place in the semi-finals. And there you go, a 99.29 average. Okay, our semi-final lineup, which will be in around about 10 minutes. James Richardson up first against Kevin Burness, and then we will have Richie Burnett up against Shaun McDonald. Good morning and welcome back. Good evening or good afternoon, wherever you may be. Well, 6 has become 4, and our final 4 have the opportunity to not only win this week 4, but also take their place in Champions Week next week. Our first semi-final, James Richardson against Kevin Burness. Fair bit of history in the live league, these two. Their first meeting
60
back in the 24th of May. Kevin Burness was a 4-1 winner with a 117.20 average. 80% on his doubles, a high finish of 1-2-1. James Richardson averaged 97.60.
95.
The next day, revenge. And how for James Richardson, winning 4-0 with a 97 average. Then Burness won 4-0 before Richardson won back-to-back matches 4-2. One of those with 108.83, with Kevin Burness averaging 101.16. And their final meeting, which was just last night, which gave Burness that Group B
65
title, winning 4-2 with a 94.83. They like playing each other, these two. Some staggering numbers.
95. James, you require 160.
6 starts to this if he needs it. He wants tops.
Game shot on the first leg. James Richardson.
What a start from James Richardson. Didn't need to take it out because there was no finish for Burness. He was on 168. No problem for Richardson.
Second leg, it's Kevin
Treble 20,
first.
treble 20,
Game on.
double top, the highest finish of the night.
140.
And James Richardson's highest finish of the week was 157.
83.
Wowzers, what a start. 15 dart hold.
$60.
In fact, their matches
100.
have now produced 7 ton-plus finishes in the 7 matches that they've played each other.
100.
Superb. That 157, which was the highest finish for James Richardson of the week, came against Kevin Burness on Thursday. Like I said, like playing each other. Pace suits them both.
57.
Both no-nonsense players. Winner of this, obviously,
138.
takes their place
Kevin,
in the final
144.
and guarantees their place in Champions Week next week.
40.
Tops
James,
for a
40.
13-darter, a break of throw,
James
and
shot
a
the second leg.
2-0
James
lead
Richardson.
for James Richardson. My goodness, what a performance so far. 28 darts to win 2 legs for James Richardson.
Third
15
leg, it's James to
and
throw first.
a 13.
Game on.
This is special.
91.
What can Kevin Burness do?
59. 81. 140. 93.
Just keeps finding essential big trebles at the moment.
40.
Burness already looks a beaten man.
100.
It's not all over for the loser, of course, because they will go into the third and fourth place playoff, and the winner of that
92. James, you require
will also
136.
take their place in the later in the week in the Champions Week.
81.
That starts Monday,
Kevin, you
9:30
require
a.m. with Paul Nicholson.
170.
So 15 and tops for Richardson for 3-0.
58. James, you require 55.
What feels like a blink of the eye.
Game shot on the third leg. James Richardson.
Absolutely immaculate stuff from the man from Northampton, James Richardson, nicknamed Ruthless.
Fourth leg, it's Kevin to throw first.
Could change that
Game on.
to Relentless.
$100.
Some of the darts he played Thursday and Friday were ridiculous.
96. 140.
Averaging over 100.
140.
James Richardson, 45 darts used to win the opening three legs. 45 divided by
140.
1,503 divided by 45 is 100.2.
95.
He's
Kevin, you
left the
require
big fish.
121.
He's took a 160 out. Can he take the 170 out?
57.
Wouldn't put it past him.
James, you require 170. 105. Kevin, you require 64.
He's going to get one dart at double 16.
48.
Clips the inside wire.
James, you require 65.
Oh, can he convert? There's the 25.
Game, shots,
And
and
there's
the match.
the tops.
James
An
Richardson.
absolutely immaculate display of finishing from James Richardson. 4 out of 4 on the doubles and a 4-0 win with a 101.9 average. Look at those stats. A high finish of 160. A proper performance from James Richardson. He's in the final and he's also in next week's Champions Week. We're going to be back in a couple of moments with Richie Burnett against Shaun McDonald. Good morning and welcome back to Sporty Stuff TV, and this is the Online Darts Live League and our second semi-final. Well, what a first semi-final that was from James Richardson, nicknamed Ruthless, and he certainly was, winning 4-0 with an average of 101.9. Took out 160 in the opening leg, and that set the stall out. Our second semi-final is Richie Burnett against this man, Shaun McDonald. And they do have a bit of history. Richie was runner-up in Group 1. Shaun McDonald, winner in Group 2. And how?
First leg, it's Shaun to throw first.
Defeated Rob Collins 4-1 with an average of 99.29. James Richardson, that last one, 4 out of 4 on the doubles, 100%. Yes, these two met 3 times in Group A this week.
60.
Monday, Richie won 4-2, hit 3 180s. Tuesday, he won 4-1, 80% on the doubles, 1 180 and an average of 98.64.
180.
And then on Wednesday, eventually, McDonald did get a win, averaged 97.16.
$81.
Whoever loses this one will go into our third and fourth place playoff, which will take place just prior to the final. And the
43.
winner of that will progress to play in next Thursday morning's Group C. So still a fair bit to play for. They all want to qualify. They all want to win the weekly titles. But of course, they want to win Champions Week. £10,000 in prize money.
100. $100.
$18 for tops.
138.
Tops after 12. Didn't play particularly well in the opening 2 group games. Richie lost 4-1. Oh, what a response.
180.
Both players hitting a 180
Richie
in
required
the opening
40.
leg. Yeah, lost 4-1 to James Richardson in the opener. Did average a very respectable 90.35, but only 1 out of 7 on the doubles. And is that going to continue?
20.
It does. Richie can't believe it. Well, Richie
Shaun
did
required 20.
beat John O'Shea, but only averaged 83.83 to make it into the final. McDonald loves to do this.
Game
And
shot in the first leg.
guess what?
Sean McDonald.
A little cheeky wink. He's done it again. It's an 18-dart hole to throw. So often, when a player makes a mistake, he really does make you pay.
Second leg, it's Richie to throw first. Game on.
He hasn't got a nickname. How about the Punisher? It's very apt.
58.
Because, my goodness, he really does punish your mistakes. And that, 58, literally spilt over from the frustration of missing 3 darts at a double. for a break of throw and a 1-0 lead. Not punished on this occasion by the Punisher, Shaun McDonald.
180.
180 number 2 for Burnett.
$52.
Of course, being a fight fan,
100.
Punisher was, of course, Paul Williams. Tragically had his career cut short due to a motorcycle accident.
$180.
Well, on both occasions that Burnett's hit a 180. Shaun McDonald's pitched one back at him. Yeah, Paul Williams, a bizarrely tall fighter.
95.
Fought at what used to be called junior middle. And fought at middle. 6'1".
$99. Richie requires 68.
Double 16 to level
52.
things up, and that's a
Sean, you
fourth
require
misstart
128.
at doubles. Trouble 20 and ball. Ball for tops.
88.
And again, good pressure.
Richie requires 16.
Well, this match has produced 4 180s in 2 legs.
No
and
score.
9 misstarts at doubles.
Sean, you require 40.
Well, you know what's coming.
Game shot on the second leg. Shaun McDonald.
The Punisher punishes the mistakes from Burnett, and a 17 dart breaker throw gives him a 2-0 lead. Scoreline should be the other way round.
Third leg, it's Sean to throw first.
Four 180s, 10 misstarts at doubles.
93.
Neither player has hit a 140 yet. Both have hit 2 180s.
40.
Well, myself and Phil Bars had our usual Saturday night chat at 7 o'clock on the
43.
Online Darts YouTube channel. Thank you for those of you that did tune in and got involved in the chat room. That happens every
44.
Saturday. Of course, as myself or Paul Nicholson, whoever's on duty that week, as a... Well, we just talked tungsten for a good hour or so. He did suggest that this man, Shaun McDonald, cannot be ignored in the betting for tonight's final. And thus far,
139.
I make him right. That is a wry smile from Richie Burnett. Shaun McDonald is being allowed to play
44.
with total freedom due to the mistakes from Burnett. Hence my new nickname for him, the Punisher. If it sticks and he goes on to
100.
become a world champion, we'll expect some kind of royalties, of course, from the merchandise.
180. Sean, you require 126.
Third max for Burnett.
$118.
All in vain by the looks of it.
$100.
Possible
Sean, you require 8.
16 dart holder throw for McDonald and a 3-0 lead. Surely both semi-finals are not going to be 4-0. The odds on that would have been absolutely...
No score.
The odds
Richie, you require 93.
would be bonkers. He has to go bull here. He could go aggressive. He's just making his mind up. Now that's wise. Make a choice and stick to it and attack. 60 left. It was risky. If you go the ball, of course, and hit a 25, you can still finish
Sean,
with
you
18 in the
require
bullseye,
8.
which is why they play the percentages a lot of the time. But the player's now so confident at hitting the big treble that they will go aggressive.
Game shot on the third leg. Sean McDonald.
It's a 19 dart hold, and it is 3-0. Could we have both semis going 4-0, 4-0? Like I said, the odds would be tremendous.
Fourth leg. It's Richie to throw first. Game on.
We'll have the briefest of breaks at the conclusion of this match.
180.
180, number 4 for Richie Burnett. And then we will have our third and fourth place playoff between Kevin Burness and the loser of this one.
58.
And then we will have our final around about 10-1.
61.
We'll be crawling into a very dark room and sleeping for a week. That's what I feel like.
$91. 55.
The tension in the arm recoils through Richie Burnett's body. Turns him into an octopus. It looks like he's been tasered.
140.
Not really completely settled all night.
60.
The 180s have been there. Just the consistency hasn't. A lot of us felt that the 2-day break after winning Group A would have suited Richie and he'd have come in fresh, but
100.
quite
Richie
panned out that way for him.
145.
Was unfortunate, of course, to
65. Sean, you require 112.
draw James, I suppose, in the opening match, in the kind of form he's in. But that's just the way it goes. Treble 20, double 16 for 4-0. He can't, can he?
96. Richie, you require 80.
So one match start for 4-0. Bullseye.
55. Sean, you require 16.
Well, you just heard what Richie thought about that. Not been the highest standard of match we've seen this evening. McDonald has been efficient. Can he close it out?
12.
No.
Richie, you
Lifeline
require 25.
for Richie Burnett. 988. There's the 9. One dart left. Slight adjustment
Game
right.
shot on the fourth leg.
And
Richie Burnett.
Richie Burnett does get something out of this match. May only be a leg, but it was a 21 dart hold of throw for Richie. Multiple
Fifth leg,
match
it's Sean to
darts
throw first.
for the Scotsman. He has the darts here in leg number 5 to put that right.
100.
I did confirm we've only ever had 6 occasions where a player has come back
100.
from 3-0 down to win full 3 in this live league.
$60. 100.
Back-to-back tons for Richie.
100. 140.
Ton, and ton 40. Down to 161. 80 in front. Shaun McDonald started this leg.
$140. Richie, you require 161. $85. Sean, you require 101.
Trouble 19 for 2 12s.
49. Richie, you require 76.
Tops to stay in it.
36.
Just left
Sean, you
himself
require 52.
a little bit too much to do.
Game, shot, and the match.
And
Sean McDonald.
Shaun McDonald does get the job done, and he will be in the final against James Richardson. As I said, it wasn't the highest quality of match, but McDonald did just enough, and Burnett was punished for way too many missed doubles. 1 from 11, and that was his downfall. However, he still has a chance to qualify for Champions Week. He will be playing Kevin Burness in the 3rd and 4th place playoff in literally a matter of minutes, and then we will have the final, James Richardson against Shaun McDonald. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching the action. Welcome back to the Online Darts Live League on Sporty Stuff TV. And this is the playoff for third and fourth spot. Both players battered in the semi-finals. Kevin Burness crushed 4-0 and Richie Burnett only slightly better, 4-1. He was beaten.
First leg, it's Richie to throw
Shaun
first.
McDonald.
Game on.
These two really do have some history in the live league, dating as far back as the 17th of April. And Richie won that 4-3, despite Kevin Burness averaging 105. Richie averaged 97.64.
100.
And Kevin Burness won 4-2 before Richie won 4-3. And then Burness won 3 on the spin before Richie had a narrow 4-3 win. And then that was this week. And then Burness back to winning ways, winning on Tuesday and Wednesday 4-2 and 4-3 respectively. So in head-to-heads in the live league, it's 6-3 in favour of Richie Burnett, Kevin Burness. She has
60.
The darts, won the ball out the back. This can happen. It's just not the races tonight for whatever reason. It can happen.
$60.
That's why we do mention form so often.
83. $140. 99. Kevin, you require
90,
41.
just in case. Both have had serious double trouble.
On the first leg.
Not this time for Kevin Burness. It's a 17-dart breaker throw to get this one underway. And don't forget, this is a huge match. Winner of this goes into Champions Week.
Kevin to throw first. Game on.
You've got to be in it to win it. Next
96.
Saturday night, one of the 12 players that will be in next week will be walking away with a very, very cool £5,000. And Champions Week 2, which will be Week 10, the winner will be walking away with £6,000. We now have 11 of the 12 players. Martin Adams, Colin Osborne, Conan Whitehead, Shaun McDonald,
100.
James Richardson, Joe Davis, Chaz Barstow, Jamie Clark, Scott Marsh, Jarrod Cole, Greg Ritchie, and the winner of this match.
121.
Richie's had a stack of 180s this week and
140.
Tonight. Could have done with another.
$105. Richie require 121.
Trouble 20. Trouble 17 and ball.
97.
Oh, he's left 24 after
Kevin,
12.
you require 80.
Is he going to get a go? 20 and tops. Ooh.
60.
Oh, he was very, very
Richie
nearly in the one.
required 24.
Well, there's not much wrong with your scoring boots, Richie, but your finishing boots are a bit like England
Game
the other
shot on the
night.
second leg.
But that
Richie
is
Burnett.
a 14-dart instant breakback for Burnett. 1 apiece. As always, best of 7, first to 4.
Third leg, it's Richie to throw first. Game on. $85. 99.
Both in.
180.
All in. His first of this playoff match.
95.
Can he build on it?
$140.
Better believe it. 96 after 9. Where's this come from? Possible 11-dart leg.
96.
Well, he
Richie
needed trouble 20 there to leave
96.
170. Don't even know what he was doing down at the 19s. Double 18, and he likes double 18.
78.
You could see him looking at the score of Kevin Burness with some relief.
131.
Well, now
Richie require 18.
he can't afford to miss.
Game shot on the third leg.
That is
Richie
a
Burnett.
fabulous start from Richie Burnett, and look at the reaction. That was a tough, tough dart to find the double 9, but he does find it. An 18-darter.
Fourth
No,
leg. It's
a 15-dart hold.
First. Game on.
Yeah, a 15-dart hold from Richie. And he goes in front
100.
for the very first time in this match.
$140.
Tell you what, you want to get one of them in the kisser.
93.
Like I said, and I'm sticking to that line. The recoil in the body after the release. It's like an octopus getting tasered.
180.
180, number 2. As Richie Burnett starts to go through the gears.
$56.
Fascinating final in store, of course. Coming straight up on Sporty Stuff TV.
60.
The favourite before the off tonight. Certainly the favourite in the final for me.
140. Richie require 121.
11 for the ball for 3-1. Oh,
96.
clipped the ball wire.
Kevin, you require 112.
Well, the luck he's had tonight wouldn't surprise me if this goes in. Richie's been
100.
I'm surprised.
Richie require 25.
When I mean luck, I wasn't referring to Kevin. I was referring to Richie. Oh, Rich. Instead of 2 darts at a double, he may only get 1. He has to hit a 3 for double 4. Disaster.
No score.
Well,
Kevin, you require 12.
he cannot believe it.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Kevin Burness.
Wow. A 16 dart holder throw from Kevin Burness levels things up at 2 apiece. It's now a best of 3.
Fifth leg, it's Richie to throw first. Game on.
Only one bit of solace Richie can take is, well, the scoring's been all right. And he does have the throw, but that
45.
all 3 of those over pitched. And again, that's spilling over from
140.
the previous leg. And then a smile. Yeah, you know, Richie. We've all been there. In complete
60.
control. And then you're watching it all unfold in front of your very eyes, as you are at home on Sporty Stuff TV.
60.
Once again, thank you so much for the continued support. Our viewing figures across all platforms are absolutely incredible.
58. $131.
No wonder with the drama that we are providing on a daily basis.
$140. Kevin, you require 170.
Well, if he doesn't find a treble here, Richie can
94.
still only may get 1 dart at a double off the 76. Richie needs a ton.
94.
Well, that'll do.
Kevin, you require 76.
An outside chance, but he has to rely on this happening. Treble 19 leaves double 8.
68. Richie, you require 104.
Well, if this doesn't go, I fear the worst. Treble 16 for tops.
Game shot.
What a finish from Richie
Burnett.
Burnett. The normal route there is full 16s, which is 64, and that leaves tops. Richie didn't like it. Treble 20, double 14, a ton plus finish, and a holder throw. More importantly, it was that holder throw.
40.
That didn't go in. There's a great chance Burnett here would be throwing for the match. Now, Burness only starting with 40 opens the door for Burnett
46.
to win it here and now in leg 6. But he can't find a big visit.
140. $45.
Just not going to happen. The easy way for Richie. He's having a right old chuckle to himself.
59.
Well, he's had 2 maxes in the match. He needs a third. Or maybe he's going to save it
45.
for the last leg, because nothing is happening here for him. 9 darts thrown, 136 points scored.
58.
Welcome back, Richie.
180.
That's a third.
84.
How close can he go off this 185?
$59. Kevin, you require
Left 126. Shanghai for Burness. Single and double now. There's the single.
100.
So 419s and ball for Burnett
Richie require
to
126.
win it 4-2 and take his place in next week's Champions Week. Well, there's 1/3 of it. He wants the ball.
101.
Oh, you can see the line was
Kevin, you
absolutely
require
perfect.
20.
Probably around about a centimetre low. Can't see Burness missing. Just to break his heart. Oh.
No score.
Well, that is so unlike
Richie, you require 25.
Kevin Burness. Now, he made a mess of this, didn't he? He made sure of the 9 this time.
Game, shot.
And he's hit
and
the
match.
double 8.
Richie Burnett.
And Richie Burnett does get the win in the end. It was a fairly scruffy affair. But Richie will be relieved and he will be involved in Champions Week. It will be next Thursday and Friday. There's the numbers. As I said, it wasn't pretty, but it was exciting, that's for sure. Well, I tell you what is going to be exciting, our final, which is coming straight up between James Richardson and Shaun McDonald. Well, these two managed to avoid each other all week. This will be their first meeting, and it is in the final. And the final is James Richardson versus Sean McDonald. There he is, Sean McDonald. And there is James Richardson. Two of them, you could almost say, both been, well, they've had their moments where you could regard them as players of the week, but so many people have contributed to such a wonderful
First leg,
week
it's
4.
James to throw first. Game on.
James has won the ball in the back room and will get the honour in the best of 7 match. First to 4.
81.
Tonight's final started off with James Richardson defeating Richie Burnett 4-1 with a 93.61. Then Shaun McDonald
180.
defeated Kevin Burness by the narrowest of margins, 4-3, with an average of 89.26.
140.
Then James Richardson took care of John O'Shea 4-2 with a 90.35. And then Sean McDonald, very impressive against Rob Collins, winning 4-1 with a 99.29.
137.
In the first semi-final, Sean McDonald was just too good for Richie Burnett in what was a scruffy affair in the end.
100.
And James Richardson was yet again a little bit too good for Kevin Burness, averaging 101.9.
$84.
That's without doubt been one of our best weeks. And don't forget, starting Monday at 9:30 a.m. on our online darts YouTube channel,
60. Sean,
or
you
your
100.
chosen bookmaker, you can watch all the action there. We will start Champions Week Thursday, Friday and Saturday night from 10 p.m. You can watch all the action
80.
on Sporty Stuff TV. And that
James
was for a
require
12-dart break of throw
120.
for McDonald in the opening leg. This is awkward. No, I don't know if it's in or not.
80.
It was. He
Sean,
was
you
mustard
require
when he moved left
20.
a little earlier, wasn't he? He picked tops off in the same hole and moved all the way left.
Game shot
In
the first
steps
leg.
the
Sean
Punisher.
McDonald.
And that's a 13-dart break of throw for the Scotsman and a 1-0 lead. At least we've got someone in front, unlike we had in
Second leg.
the
It's
football
Sean to throw first.
with the Scotland v England tie. We're going to get a result in this one.
140.
He really has grown this week, Sean McDonald. He was involved in
123.
one of the weeks when I was in comms, and he was I could tell he was a little nervous. But this week has really settled in as the week has gone on.
58.
And he will be part of our first ever Champions Week with Martin Adams, Colin Osborne, Conan White, Joe Davis, Chas Barstow, Jamie Clark, Scott Marsh,
100.
Jared Cole, Greg Ritchie, Richie Burnett, James Richardson and Sean McDonald. That's your 12 for Champions Week. And the biggest prize in
95.
amateur darts right now, of course, £5,000 the winner. And you can watch it all on
24.
Sporty Stuff TV. sure you set your reminder. It'd be great to have you all along.
58.
Down to a finish of 150. What can James Richardson do with 254? Not much.
58.
So 2 visits
Sean, you
for
require
McDonald
150.
to get rid of 150 because there's no finish for James Richardson. $74 remaining. Treble 14.
118.
Beautiful darts. Absolutely stunning setup play. If we were discussing golf, I suppose it would be a approach play.
140. Sean, you require 32.
Good pressure from Richardson. Is that friend or foe? Is it too close?
Game shot on
Brilliant.
the second leg. Shaun McDonald.
Consolidating the break of throw in leg 1 in 13 darts with an 18 dart hold in leg 2. His to lose for me from here.
Third leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
He is not overawed one bit. Looks very, very comfortable. I spoke to him briefly in between
81.
the final group games and the 8 or 9 minute break we had between that and the start of the semi-finals. And he said I was just edgy in the opening match. Feel okay now though.
96.
He's playing okay too, isn't he? Averaging 97. James Richardson only 90.
140.
That for him is low.
$134.
No breathing space for James Richardson. The pressure is constant.
64.
That's the only way really you can force an error out of your opponent in this sport. It's non-contact. It does have certain rules of, well, let's say etiquette that sometimes should be ball here.
81.
Count. The 25 would have left 170. Yeah, the rules of etiquette are not always adhered to, but the majority
80.
are very, very good. And just try and play the game. Should stay down there.
62. James requires
very unfortunate.
136.
2 treble 7s in the corner. Almost feel like James Richardson's just hit the panic button a little bit.
46.
Absolutely nothing is happening for him
Sean,
so
you
far.
require 128.
Treble 20 and ball for 3-0. There's the treble 20. Bang in the middle.
103.
Well, the weight was
James, you
fabulous.
require 90.
Might see another ball shot here. 20 and ball. Made sure of double 15.
Game shot on the third leg.
Well, that's
James
one way
Richardson.
of going about it, but it's an 18 dart hold a throw for James Richardson. And he now is in this match still a break of throw behind.
Fourth leg, it's Sean to throw first.
He was making sure of hitting a big 20. Didn't even contemplate
96.
going for the treble 20. Wanted to guarantee a dart at the ball. As it was, it went into the double 20, which left 30.
140.
As we've seen so many times, not just tonight, not just this week, but historically, funny little moments can turn a match
58.
on its head. James Richardson has a break of throw opportunity already here.
60.
Doesn't take advantage of it. I'll tell you one thing, Sean McDonald will be absolutely exhausted
180.
when this is over. He has give it absolutely everything. He throws every dart with intent.
140. Sean, you require 167.
Like I said, there's a little bit of Paul Nicholson about him. Wants the ball here for 3-1, and he's going for it. And why not?
Shaun McDonald.
A 167 finish from Shaun McDonald to go 3-1 up. Wasn't taking any risks at all. There was no chance. He was laying up there and leaving a double and giving Richard a chance at the 161. His highest finish of the week.
140.
A real moment for the highlight reel. And he's had plenty this week, that's for sure. Richardson, not even a flicker. Starts leg 5 off with a 140. But McDonald is up for it. Matches the 140.
59.
A raise of the eyebrows from James Richardson.
57.
Remember what I said earlier about putting a 2 on the end? Yeah. 132.
132.
Could have gone 18s for 164. McDonald now can just have 3 at treble 20. As long as he likes the lie. Another treble 20 leaves 164.
140. James, you require 170.
Averaging 102 now, Sean McDonald in this final. Oh, bullseye.
145.
That'd have been our second 170
Sean,
of the
you
week.
require 164.
And that would have followed a 167. Oh, can we get the full house? The 164. No. Rob Collins slotted in the 170 last night.
96. James, you require 25.
Always goes 17 double 4,
Game
and that's
shot on the
why.
fifth leg. James Richardson.
That is a 14 dart hold of throw, and we approach the biggest leg of the match because Sean McDonald has the darts.
Sixth leg, it's Sean to
In
throw
the
first.
sixth leg,
Game on.
holds throw. He is week 4 winner. And don't go anywhere, as we will be talking to the winner of this one.
46.
Whoever it may be, James Richardson or Sean McDonald. Phil Bars will be interviewing the winner live.
140. $58.
Oh, James Richardson has the throw already. 36 in front plus these.
85. $34.
Is he thinking about the winning line? Always dangerous.
60.
runner-up here will be back in the mix Monday morning, 9:30.
180.
Fabulous from McDonald, just when he needed it, and that's a third. Remember earlier I said they underrated his ability to hit 180s. It just took him a bit of time to settle. Since then, since the middle of Tuesday, he's been banging them in with regularity. Yes, the group on Monday, Group A, 9:30 in the
James
morning.
require 150.
Martin Adams, Colin Osborne, Conan White, Joe Davis, James Richardson and Shaun McDonald. What a group.
90. Sean, you require
Good luck picking
62.
a winner in that one. Good luck to Shaun McDonald here on 62 for the title. He's going to get one dart at double 16.
46. James, you require 60.
Tops to take us to a decider.
Game shot on the 6th flag.
Tops he
James
gets,
Richardson.
and we do go all the way. One match start for McDonald, but it's Richardson who saves his bacon. 3-3.
7th and final leg. It's James to throw first.
Charlie
Game
Colstefine telling you what you need to know. The 7th deciding leg.
98.
Like that, just composing himself. A match start has come and gone.
180.
Outstanding. He's
140.
now hit as many 140s or as many 180s as he has 140s. 18 scores of a ton or more. 4 of them are 140s, 4 of them are 180s.
60.
Only 60. 2 between them. 3 legs apiece. 2 throws apiece. Experience there from James. Literally
123.
just reset the grip. And now McDonald has it all to do. Oh, this is brave. This is tenacious.
180.
Back
James
to back. Well,
140.
2 180s in a leg where he's against the throat. As he eventually
64.
broke Richardson.
Sean, you require 81.
Trouble 19 for double 12. Should get a dart at the ball here. A second match dart. Make sure the 12. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I can't believe it. I can't believe my mince pies.
35 left, yeah.
He's got greedy and paid the price. He's not going to get a match dart.
49.
He
James,
may
you require 76.
not get another dart. 2 darts at double 8. Oh, it's nearly in the 11.
68.
And nowhere near the double 4.
Sean, you require
Is it meant
32.
to be for McDonald? Clips the wire.
Game, shot,
And
and
wins
Sean
week
McDonald.
4, and there is your champion, and just about deserved for me in that final. There's the numbers. Well, they speak volumes, don't they? 98.97 the average for Shaun McDonald, 94.43 for Richardson. But look at the 180s, 5-0 in that column in favour of the champion, Shaun McDonald. 4 out of 11 of the doubles, which makes that 98.97 even more impressive. And if it couldn't get any better, he's got a bit of a highlight reel there. The 167 from Shaun McDonald. And I'm delighted to say he's been joined by Phil Bars, and they'll be having a little chat about that final right now.
And here we are with our week 4 champion, Shaun McDonald. Shaun, how does that feel? Grit, determination there in the final, but you've gotten over the line.
Awesome game. I was nervous, very nervous. Tried to hold it together. James came back at me as you would expect he would.
Yeah.
I think I missed a chance to win it earlier, but you know, huge respect to him. He came back, threw everything at me. A couple of 180s in the last one, and he still did that to beat me. But there you go.
You've averaged the best part of a ton for the whole final, 167 to go 3-1 up as well. Was that moment you thought maybe you had him?
No. You don't. You've never got a player of the calibre of James Richardson. You've hit the 167 on the relief that you're 3-1 up, because I think he was in a better position than I was. Huge bull, huge momentum swing, but never write him off.
The start of the week when you lost 7 games in a row,
Yeah.
Monday into Tuesday, and we're now here in the early hours, did you ever think this was possible?
I never thought that far ahead. I think I was saying in the players' room on Tuesday that a lot bigger players than me would have fell apart after losing 7 on the bounce. I stayed positive. I thank Robert Thornton because he was very helpful in keeping me positive. And I knew I was playing okay, it just needed to improve a bit. And then to kick back from that, to win 2 games in that environment and then win the card the next day gave me huge confidence, and then I've kicked on from there.
Looking ahead, Champions Week now to look forward to, and a huge prize pool to play for. Excited, nervous all at the same time?
I'll be calm. I'll play the way I always do. I'm just back, Phil. You know I'm just back.
Yeah.
This is all new to me. I'll take it in my stride. I'll speak to my employer tomorrow, who have been incredibly flexible, Zero Tech, and I really am thankful for that. I've got some work to do. We've got to figure out how I'm going to manage next week, but I'll come in here, I'll give my all, and as I always do, I'll try and do my best.
Shaun, congratulations as always, and thank you very much everyone for joining us here on Sporty Stuff TV and the Online Darts YouTube channel. We will be back 9:30 on Monday morning for Champions Week. Make sure you're there to join us.
Thank you.